Hey y'all, thanks for tuning into the Nintendo Drive. If you're hanging out with us on YouTube, be sure to like the video, subscribe to our channel, and ring the bell icon so you never miss an episode. Or if you're getting cozy and listening to us on your podcast feed, make sure you're following and leaving us nice reviews. You can also support the show on Patreon and pick up some awesome merch. Links to those and more are in the description, but let's get the show started.
Oh, hi. We did it. We did the thing.
We
hi.
did.
Hi, Lockleth.
Hi.
Hi. Hi, hello. It's just you and me here. That's
yeah.
it. Just the two of us. God help us all. Oh, thank goodness. BOWSAH's here to save
Couldn't
us.
be left alone. We knew better.
Lockleth was like, wait a second. Seth is gone. Amanda's gone. How can I make this make sense for it to not have to be me and Sean?
It can't just be Sean and I. It has to be a third. I need some support. So BOWSAH, thank you for being here.
I should have bounced out. I should have been like, you guys have it. This is your week. You played the game. You had a special stream together. You're best friends. I didn't play the game. I'm not wanted here anyways. It just is a spiral from here.
But Sean, you played a game that you and I both played. So there's kind of a link there.
Look at me just doing whatever it takes to find a way to connect with my friends. Playing these weird matchy-match games. And I have a game for Amanda, though. We'll pin it for later, of course. But this Disney Illusion Island, this has got Amanda written all over it. I'm telling you guys. Good stuff. But here we are. It's Tuesday. We have no Seth. We have no Amanda. Thank you, BOWSAH, for saving Lockleth and I. We would become worst enemies or best friends if we were just to do this show by ourselves.
Yeah, there's no in between.
Yes.
Best friends? Okay.
So that leaves enemies.
Yeah, wow, there you go.
Yeah.
Well, Sean, I think we would have made it. I think we would have gotten through the other side just fine.
Guess we'll never know.
We won't. Maybe one day.
Maybe one day. I doubt it.
Maybe on other shows that are upcoming where maybe someone, aka Sean Capri, is wanting to do little solo sessions,
You're gonna be
sessions.
Last.
You're last? Why?
Do
you need to warm up?
Yeah, I'll get around to everybody and oh yeah, I'm missing someone. I'm supposed to do a one-on-one with everyone, but I think I'm finished. Yep. 10 of you? Yeah, that sounds good.
10. Feel like, yeah, sure. Just end there. Why not?
You're like the brother and sister that can't sit beside each other, so I have to
just elbows.
hop in the middle so that you can't touch each other.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Basically.
I mean, actually, nobody's seen us in the same room at the same time.
We're the same person.
Hey, it's me. When I see Lockleth, I'm like, hey, it's me.
I literally made the thumbnail say, it's me because of Sean.
Yep. See myself in everyone. That's it.
I picked that peach Sona for you specifically because it reminded me of Mega Man.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. I like it.
And you're wearing red today, so it's perfect.
Yeah.
It's to match my cheeks. I just spent a little too long watching some Dragon Ball and playing a little bit of video games, but under too many blankets, you guys. So I got a little toasty under there. I was like, I'm so cozy. I don't want to move. Wait a second. What time is it? I don't have a good reason for only getting here 10 minutes ago. I was just matching farm pentagons or hexagons or whatever those are. Lockleth. We'll talk about it. We'll pin it. Yeah. How many sides were there? He's counting the sides.
I think it's a hexagon. I'm trying to think about it.
Yeah. I think so too. It's like the same as Catan.
Is it a stop sign that has hexagons?
That's octagon. Stop sign is definitely octagon. That's 8. Mm-hmm.
Well, we all know I don't know Roman numerals, so.
That's true. That's what we're talking about.
It's all the same, right?
Thing.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Oh my gosh. Well, people might notice that, as we've mentioned, Seth is not here. Amanda's not here. Amanda is on vacation, practicing perfectly safe sunscreen. It's all good there. She's totally not just getting burnt to a crisp out there in Florida. I'm sure she's being safe, practicing that. It's all good. And Seth is not here. We wish him well. We miss you, Seth. Just some things happening in Seth's world that we hope is doing okay. We're here for you, buddy. But we're here. I don't think Seth did play this game that we're really here to talk about, though, Lockleth. Did he play Princess Peach Showtime?
I think he might have. I know he was getting it later than the rest of us. Like he pre-ordered his, so he had to wait.
Gotcha.
And well,
that sounds so weird that when you pre-order it, you get it later.
Oh, that's ridiculous.
It makes zero sense. It makes zero sense. And Amanda hasn't played hers yet until she gets back from vacay, so.
Enjoy. But it is us. I keep adopting this from you. I did it on the Pants Patreon podcast.
It is I.
It is I. It's
I heard.
so good.
You are the same person.
It is I. Yes.
Like as soon as Sean starts saying, he's like, I just sound like Lockleth now.
I'm just Lockleth.
Stop.
Yeah. We can't help
next
it.
Next she'll be saying like, it is I, the Lockleth. I mean,
you just
Sean
straight up the name too and everything.
Yeah.
Yep. Just
not
adopt
just
the whole
similar,
thing.
just exactly the same.
Yeah. Yeah. Like looking in a mirror, Sean.
Yeah. I just need rounder glasses. Just more circular.
Yeah. The frames. The half
I
frames.
feel like the three of us are kind of like those matching faces. Is like there's something slightly different about each of us. Like one of us has the round glasses. One of us has the hair that's sort of like more parted. One of them has a hat. We're all like just different versions of each other. The three of us.
We're just all short, brown-haired peeps.
That's right.
That's with glasses. I mean, there's nothing more generic and basic than that.
No, right. I take off my glasses to shake it up a little bit, but then it's not happening.
But then you get like the weird like marks from your glasses. I don't know if y'all have that, but like I'm so pale. Like anything that touches my skin for long periods of time like leaves a mark.
Oh yeah. Yeah, like air.
Or like pillow face when you wake up when you've slept too hard on your pillow. Like I have, just pale girl probs is just me at all times.
Okay. Good to see you.
Sometimes it's good to see you. I'm just kidding. It's always nice.
Like, let's just see where this goes.
But I do have some housekeeping, Sean. Since Seth is not here, we do have some housekeeping. We could have or could not have mentioned some patron updates. I can't recall what Seth brought up last week, so we're just going to go over them again.
A whole week ago.
Listen, I've slept since then. I've had many a pillow face in the mornings, so big thanks to Robby, Bobby Miller, and Smokin Joe for becoming platinum producers. I believe that tier was empty for a little bit, and now we've got peeps in there, so it's nice to see.
Holding hands. Smokin Yo, if you like. Smokin Yo.
Yep, just toeing the line there,
like
Sean.
That one.
Yep. And then trying out the free tier, the 1 week of free content. We challenge y'all to try and listen to all of our content during that 1 week that you can listen for free. To Toxic, who is deciding to try us out for some reason or another.
Must have been a dare or something. I don't
I
know.
I don't know. Maybe they're toxic and that's just their thing. I don't know.
Just the way to do it.
But they'll get to listen to the Nintendo Post Show, the Pants Patreon podcast for Patrons podcast, the whatever that new show is that Sean gave a new name to that I can't remember it at all.
That's
unless
the
I'm
point.
looking at the graphic.
Yeah.
I have no idea what the name of that show is called, Sean.
Yeah,
Do you know offhand?
No, I don't actually. I have to look up the logo to find out what the heck this thing is called. The Real Carpool Gaming Podcast that could be about literally anything for patrons podcast. Enjoy, everybody.
I have to make that like my wallpaper so that I know what it is. I can reference easily.
Yeah, we have to figure out how to make that a shirt somehow.
I think somebody mentioned like when the title came out and like saw the graphic, they're like, that can only fit on a 2XL shirt and nothing less.
Yeah, it's meant to be on billboards outside.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, I'm just getting a little too carried away. I took a break. I was off for a while, and then I'm like, how about we make this like that's the longest title for a podcast I think that's ever existed. not meant to be. It's got to be shortened somehow, but it certainly isn't going to be ICBA. Okay, I didn't want it to give me the ick.
No ick.
No. So that's what you can get there. You can enjoy that.
I don't understand your issues with ICBA, but it's okay. It's been changed. It's longer now. Like, try and say it in one breath. That is my challenge.
Yeah, we need like semicolons or something in there.
There's like, okay, so 3 challenges
punctuation.
for you specifically, Toxic, this week. Listen to all our content.
Yep.
Try and remember the name of the new For Patrons podcast show, like off the cuff without looking it up. And then try and say it all in one breath. Like, I challenge you, my friend.
We just have people around the world like passing out.
Yeah.
Just from either like overexerting the brain or just running out of breath. Like, be safe out there in this challenge. We want you to be safe. But you can't do it also.
No challenge is completely safe. Like, thinking back on like the cinnamon challenge and like those things, like, listen.
Even the ice bucket challenge, you know, you could drop that whole thing on your head. I'm sure a lot of people did.
Probably.
Sitting there just trying to raise some money for ALS, and then you're off to the emergency room. Like, what the heck? Be safe out there, people. Come on, man.
Why do I picture somebody in a Dannohh, like, dropping a block of ice because it like too much of it froze, like
Too
right
cold.
before?
Just a
Those
cement
Canadians
block of
with
ice.
head trauma.
Yeah. Yeah.
All those hats.
Maybe it was the hat was just too tight on the head. But that's all the housekeeping we have. We might have mentioned it last week. I don't recall. I have slept since then. We're here now, and it's the Sean and Lockleth and also BOWSAH show. So this is what you're getting. Okay, you're welcome. Sean, since you mentioned playing games, what have you played?
Well, I'm wondering if it's probably too obnoxious, and I might only get away with this one last time until Amanda comes back here. But I just wanted to remind people that I have completed Xenoblade Chronicles 3, and Amanda's still out there playing any other possible game. She's not making any progress on that. So that's just a little shot to our friend who isn't here to defend herself at all. But the reason I actually bring it up more so is I feel like I can't walk away from this game. I spent a little bit of time going to just other side quests. Like I've got a save file right before I enter in the terrible final boss, and I loaded that up, and I'm like, I did just a U-turn. Like, I know the end is right there, and I went, nope, turn around, and went back into the world, and just kind of kept playing, and I'm not sure I'm ready. I'm not ready to say goodbye. Until I got an email from the local library that said, hey, Disney Illusion Island is available for you to pick up today if you want to. And I said, I've got time. I could go just quickly over to the local library over lunch. That's no problem. It's like 8 minutes away according to Google Maps. So I drive over there and I'm all excited. I barely even get changed. I'm wearing like sweatpants. I'm just going to run in, like I'm not looking my best is kind of what I'm trying to say. I hadn't even brushed my teeth yet. Like I'm just not really with it. I'm just going to go and pick this game up, and I lock my car, and then all of a sudden, like the little remote, like the key fob thing just starts making all these noise, like bip bop bip, and I'm like, what is going on? It's like fireworks are going off, and all of a sudden it just stops. And I think that's strange. That's a weird thing that thing just did. And then the button stopped working, and I realized that I am locked out of my car. I cannot get back in to my vehicle. Apparently, what I just learned today also is that the key for the ignition that starts the car is a different key from the doors. So apparently that's a thing. I couldn't even get in.
Wait.
Yeah.
So what? Excuse me. What is the point in the key if you can't unlock and turn your vehicle on?
I'm going to be writing a strongly worded email.
Like, I have a key fob. Like, is it going to happen? It's going to happen to me because, Sean, you and I had a very similar experience in regards to, this is going to take 10 minutes of my time. Let me go out in scrubs, not brush my hair nor my teeth.
Yep.
And then I have to go take my car to Pep Boys and then walk home for 30 minutes because I am not dressed for the world that day.
It was awful. It was one of those, like, and I'm like, I don't think I even laughed at your story. Like I wasn't laughing at you. It's not like it's like a karma thing. It's not like I deserve this, I don't think, but maybe somehow I do. But in any case, I had to call my dear wife and say I'm stranded at the local library. I'm not sure about this neighborhood, so the faster you could get here, that'd be good too. So yeah, I ended up picking up this game from the library, so I got it, but it took me 2 hours to get home afterwards.
You better play like so much of that game for it to be worth it, because it took a journey.
It took
to get
forever, and it chewed up a lot of my like patience points. You know, like we have only so many. We have only so many Fs to give in a day, and it just like I had none left. You know, and the kids were happy to. I got picked up by my wife with the kids in the car, and it really felt like getting picked up by mom. Just like I'm not like I let the it totally. I was just waiting. You know, like people are checking in on me. They're like, "Are you sure you're okay?" I'm like, "My wife's coming. It's okay. I got a ride. She's coming." Just they're closing the doors and everything's taking forever.
Because every Canadian that passes is so nice. It's like, "Are you good? Do you need to be?
Is that not a thing?
Ride?"
Like, I remember like being in school. I mean, not to throw my parents under the bus here, but every once in a while they'd be a little late picking me up from whatever it was, school or soccer practice, and yeah, you'd be like the last one. And yeah, Dad's coming. I'm sure he's coming. You know.
No one cares in America. Do you know how many people asked me if I needed a ride home, the 30-minute walk from Pep Boys to my house? No one.
Oh, really?
Zero.
Oh, no.
I don't care. I don't want to be picked up. Don't pick me up.
Yeah,
don't do it.
I wouldn't take a ride if someone
Leave me alone.
It, but
Nope.
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah,
nope.
That's a good point.
Stranger danger. I was on the phone on purpose so that no one would bother me, hopefully.
Just... What do you call it? Like you just put on the face. Like,
just don't perceive. Me. Don't perceive me.
Mm-hmm.
Don't pick me up. Just leave me be.
A long time ago, Chelsea and I were on a road trip, and we actually spun off the road and ended up kind of like in the ditch. And a guy who I think this is just like a pride of having like a capable truck. This is just what happens. Mm-hmm. Like somebody stopped and hooked us up and got us out of there, which thank God. But yeah. Man, and maybe it was two of us, so it wasn't quite so intimidating, you know. But I could see that. Like, you don't want to ride. Anyway, the game that I was talking about.
Yeah, what was the game? I forget.
Disney Illusion Island. Ube ice cream.
Please.
I was mentioning before, I think that Amanda might actually like this game. I know that anything that I say in terms of like, I didn't realize this game was this. Seth is out there listening, going, I told you all about this game.
I know. Seth has told us about this game.
He definitely has. But look, we didn't remember even what happened last week. Like, I'm really having to remember that the four of us were on the show last week. I'm like, I don't even know, like, what the make... Was I back last week? Like, I don't even understand. So don't give me a hard time if I don't remember, like, 1 or 2 or 6 of the things that were told about this game, which actually Seth played brand new last year. But as we all know... This is a new game to me, but I did not pay for it, so therefore, it's allowed. This falls under the loopholes. And I played the mess out of this game, Lockleth. Played a lot of it. I'm like halfway through.
Like, on your own played it?
Yeah. Yeah, because that says play with your kids.
Yeah, that's exactly what I'm thinking. Like, he was like, it's such a good family game. Like, play with your kids. Y'all will have fun. Like, if Ellie struggles, like, there's characters for her that'll really help, like, her get through.
Sure.
Like, it's very hand-holdy with younger kids, which is why he also said it's a great play with your kids. Yeah. So.
No, I didn't.
He's just raging through it all on his own.
No, I'm just getting through. But we have it for 3 weeks. It's not to say that I won't, but I had a chance to, you know, brush through this. But I don't think I realized like how easy it is. Like this is BOWSAH, have you played this one?
I have not.
It's and I also this again, Seth's gonna be screaming at me. Like it's a Metroidvania. Like I don't think I realized that. Like Cut to the time when he told us this, like 7 months ago or whatever it was.
I think he compared it to like Ori because you like that
so you
game.
Remember. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't remember any of that. Feels great to play. It's just you don't really attack anything. You're mostly like jumping around things. You're doing the whole like you got a double jump, you got a wall jump, and all these things. But like I love whatever we call this. Like animation style of this Mickey and the bunch. Like it's so good. It's so funny. And I'm just like grinning the whole time. And I think this is maybe one of the perfect games for me to play after Xenoblade, because it's not asking much of me at all. Only to just try to remember how Seth described it. But yeah, very, very. This is a game where if, like, you've heard a lot of people talk about Metroidvanias and you've wanted to get into it, but like they're always like Ori and Hollow Knight and Prince of Persia and like some, like, they're hard games generally. But this is very, very light, very easy, and just fun. I'm really enjoying it, and I think I probably should have this finished by next week, and then maybe I can play with my family. Then I can come out of my basement and ask my kids if they want to join in.
Sean's been in his basement for a month and like playing games that are great for kids, but is just trying it for himself first.
Just for me.
See, I listened to Seth and what he said about the game, and I thought maybe it'd be a little too easy, and maybe I'd get a little bored with it, so I didn't want to buy it at full price. So I'm waiting.
Yeah.
I am surprised that, and I feel like the price has stayed, which I'm of two minds. Number one, I do think this is the type of game that you see kind of go on sale, but at the same time, like, I don't think that's actually really good for games in a weird kind of way. I don't think it's good for people to just like expect them to go down to $4, because then
I'm not expecting that low.
Yeah,
No.
And that's an extreme, but there is a sort of like category of game I think that people look at and go, yeah, that's worth like $6, and I don't know. I don't know if that's also the best. Or I'll just get it from the library. So what the hell am I talking about? I'm not paying anything for this game. So what am I saying?
I'm waiting for that one to go on sale as well, just like Neon White. So
Neon White you could pay full price for. That's totally worthwhile.
you could,
It's on
but
sale like every other week.
I know, and every time it goes on sale, I'm like, maybe I'll wait for the next time it's on sale.
Man,
Every
I am
time.
curious though. The last thing I'll say on this, to Seth's point and to your point about playing with my kids, I think I might rather just watch them play.
But do you
instead
think
of,
you'll
like,
get
coming over this way.
frustrated?
I think so. I'm trying to wonder. Like, I wonder if I will or not. Like, I shouldn't. I should just like play, But I think like Mario Wonder is kind of like that as well. Like, I don't know if I really enjoy that kind of co-op just in general. Like, like Amanda and I played Mario Wonder together, and it's like, it's not like she's completely inept at games, although maybe TBD, I guess. Platformers, I should say. Platformers.
She's not even here.
I know, I don't mean to. I don't
That's
even know what's
fire.
happening here. I'm sorry, Amanda. Take it back. It doesn't feel good to do that.
She's like on the beach listening
I
on her
know.
headphones like, I do not care
She's
right
like,
now.
I know. But I guess I'm deflecting, I guess, because I don't know if side scroller co-op experiences like how I want to play couch co-op. If that makes sense. So, played that. Probably will finish that pretty soon. I hope to 100% it because it does seem like that's enjoyable. And it reminds me, maybe this will get into a question we've got a little bit later. There are like accomplishmci what look a lot like achievements or trophies in this, and it's just like, I wish Nintendo had this. I won't let it go. I know it may be a polarizing issue for some people, but I really do wish Switch had some sort of achievements, stamps, whatever you want to call trophy system on here. That would be good because the games have them built in.
Yeah.
And they pop up and they're there. And the game that I'm playing on Xbox has it, and the game that Lockleth is playing on Switch, same game. No achievements for you.
It's fine. It'll be okay. I won't cry about it later. But what is the
probably
name
won't.
of that game, Sean?
I have no idea. Like mixing, matching farm simulator. Like what? I literally had to like Match Village. It had nothing to do with that at all. Match Village.
I realize now, I wrote it in the notes for games that I've played, is as Match Villager, and that is not what it's called. So I even got it wrong.
Well, there you go.
It's called Match Village. And
Yeah.
it is fun.
It is
It
fun.
is fun. I've been addicted to these like simple builder puzzle-y, I guess, types of games, but they've always been on Steam, or at least the ones that I've played recently. So this one I get to play like a hermit in my bed, which I will probably do when we finish stream. I almost played it beforehand, but I was just like you, Sean. I got too comf, and I like took like a power nap before we streamed.
Oh yeah.
I took a big old nap. I stopped work early. My neck was a mess.
Mm-hmm.
Popped some ibuprofen and slept for like 2.5 hours.
Oh, that's
a-
a sleep.
That is
That's
a big
sleep.
nap.
I'm gonna be up all night.
Oh well. I mean, this is the show to do it. Yeah. Get hang out with us.
Yeah.
We stay up late over here.
Xbox Drive was like 17 hours long
my goodness.
on Friday. It was so
We were
long.
up forever.
I'm still making my way downtown through
Make my way
PlayStation
downtown.
Drive, and then I'll listen to the Xbox Drive. But I did see how long that show was. I was like, oh
It's a
gosh.
big one.
Yeah. I got to play in between to and from work. That's like the only time I can listen to stuff
You take it
on
in
my
chunks.
own. Yeah. Yeah. But you know what else you do in chunks? Match Village.
Yeah.
You put things together and they create big chunks and make bigger buildings and make bigger farms and all that. Did it take you a while, Sean, to figure out what you're supposed to do?
Honestly, I'm so glad you said it first, Lockleth, because I thought I was going to come in here and go like,
No.
I don't know for sure if I can say I know what I'm doing with this. And then in my head, see, I have these conversations ahead of time. I already know what this episode has in store for us because I've already played it in my head and you've made fun of me already in the theater of my mind.
Well, then you're wrong, sir, because there's video evidence, because there's a video on my channel right now of me playing this for the first time last night, and I reset. I like in halfway through the video, like I start over because I'm like, I don't think I'm doing this right. I think I'm doing something wrong. Like I started getting it, and I was like, okay, we're just gonna start over. Middle of the video, just start it completely over, because it doesn't give you direction. It's
Nope.
just
Start.
cozy building. Literally just here's your land. And like the parts that are like white, I thought, oh, I can add land eventually. No, that's just like clouds. You can't do anything with that. It's just there.
I went over to your channel to share the video of you playing it, only to realize that you didn't have your camera on. So
Oh,
it may as well just be anybody.
yeah, it could be anyone. It could be anybody. Yeah, I had no idea what I was doing.
You just
Clearly,
start
like,
plopping things around. I literally just started like, so you get like these tiles. It sort of looks like Catan almost, and almost like in a Tetris style kind of way. You place a piece and then another one becomes available to you in this sort of like in this order. I guess you can spin. You can only spin them around. I don't think you can skip to the next one. You just place whatever's available to you, and there's like an area of effect around the shape that if it matches up to 3, they'll sort of like slam into each other in a very addictive sound effect. Like it makes
yeah.
this. What is that? What is that? Like it just speaks right. It just feeds the lizard brain. Makes it
it's
feel
like
real good.
it's like casino sounds. Like I'm not a gambler.
Yes.
I don't go to casinos. But this is my version of casinos right here.
Yep.
I think Minami Lane, when I was playing it, had similar sounds as well on Steam. And so I was like, man, how can I get that feeling,
Right
that
here.
sound on my Switch? And I have it in a very minuscule form. Like I think this is only like $7 or $8 on Switch too.
Yeah.
So it's not like it's that expensive. But the bottom right, there's a shadow of basically a building or a windmill there. You're supposed to get so many points to fill it up. The picture comes
I didn't know that. You just taught me something about this game. Didn't know
well
that.
halfway through. I'm
Didn't
realizing,
even notice
oh
that
hey,
shadow over there.
yeah, I know, me neither. And
Because
then
eventually you run out of pieces and it's like game over. I'm like, I lost? Like I didn't know there was a losing in this game at all.
and I'm so dense. I read the left tile numbers there. Oh, like, oh, I have 17 points. No, Lockleth, those 17 tiles
many
left.
points you have?
It's
Yes.
going down like I'm
Like
such
one
an
at
idiot.
a time. Yeah,
Yes.
it's not hard to keep track of.
I know, but like I get this weird mindset when I'm playing and recording a game. So like it took me twice as long to figure some of that stuff out. So like I'm at 147 points in the bottom right, and because I misplaced something, it minus certain points, and so now I'm at
Yes.
55. And it's like halfway through, you'll actually start seeing some of that picture there, and I was like, oh, I know what I'm doing now, sort of. Let's just start completely over. So it took me it just took me too long to figure out how to play this game. I think I played for like 45 minutes last night.
I need to
Trying to
tell
figure
you,
it out.
because I didn't know what this game was for whatever reason. Like it's one of those games you just look at. You see the name, you see maybe like one screenshot of it, which is kind of like the first impression we get for most games, unless we see it in some sort of direct. So you get like one little glimpse, and for whatever reason, this one still went like, this looks like it's colorful is the first thing that jumps out to me, and it's a very cute name, Match Village. But it looked like a farm. I thought I was jumping into a farming simulator of some sort. And so you jump in, you hit start, and it's like, all right, go. And I had like almost like a mini panic attack where I'm like, I don't know how to design farms or anything. Like, I don't know how to play these Lockleth games at all. And so I just started like, I put one down and then, spun the kind of area around, put another one down. And then all of a sudden, like, eventually I just kind of started plopping them down. And then 3 of them merged together and I was like, oh, it's a match game. It's literally in the title, Match Village. And it's not really all that complicated. So I went from like this fear kind of response. I'm like, I don't know how to plot out the land of a village or a farm of any sort to I can do matchy matches like Candy Crush, basically.
And I wasn't like one of those. I was not addicted to Candy Crush with a lot of people were. But like as I'm looking back like through the footage of just when I was editing it, I was like, why were you such an idiot? Like they're giving you icons of what's going on, like that basically stone pillar that's there at the very start.
Yeah,
it's got a hovering like icon above it, basically telling you that it likes cabins around it.
Yes, exactly.
It's so simple. It's right there. And as you build up the other ones and match the bigger things together, like they start to tell you like, oh, it likes what makes this thing. How simple is that? And yet I was like, what do I do? I was like...
It's good. It's good for us every once in a while to have a game that does, like, it's a very simple game, but it doesn't over-explain itself at all. Like, I don't love when games like stop me from playing and then it's got another screen or 3 to memorize the tutorial. Like, did you know in this certain situation that happens once every 45 minutes, you push this button in combination with that button and then you do the super thing, and it's like I can't remember that at all. I never do. As much as I try to commit those things to memory, I just can't. So I'm here for this. Friggin' Match Village. Who knew? According to Xbox, I played for 3 hours. That's not true. That's not even remotely true.
Didn't you start playing today?
Yeah.
Oh, like, there's no way.
There's no way.
You were supposed to be doing some type of work, and you did not play this for 3 hours.
I got all my work done. Thank you very much. And Disney's Illusion Island. I don't know what it is. Going back to this really quickly, I was really like captivated by Disney Illusion Island, and it's on the list. This is something I wanted to get through this year, which is really interesting. But I feel like the simplicity of it was undersold. I want to go back to see how Seth really talked about this, but it's really like it's really easy. This is a really easy game. So
find the clip of Seth like telling you how good the game is.
Just so you know,
it's easy.
The one thing you should know about this, if you remember one thing, it's very easy, and it's a Metroidvania. You should remember those 2 things. Metroidvania Light. We'll just coin a new term for it. But Lockleth, I'm glad we played the same game. This is kind of nice. Played the same game.
Yeah, a rare occurrence
Very
for
rare.
us.
We could do it more.
Xenobabe and then this, I think, are the only 2 that I can think of
Ever.
at the same time. I just need to beat Xenobabe now.
There could be something coming. I think.
Yeah. It was at this point that I restarted in the video, by the way, if y'all are watching the YouTube version.
Now you got it.
I was like, okay, now I know.
Figured it out.
Now I'm cooking. Like, see, we're putting this cabin by the rock.
Right beside
Good job.
it.
Good
Bonus
job.
points. I want to see you win. Do you ever win?
I did. I won, as Seth would say, won this level. Yeah, I don't know. It was at this point because I moved on to Island 2 just to see what it was like. So this is technically the second one. So I reached over 5,000 points over there.
Whoa.
To start a new island, but I didn't get very far. I was just like, oh, look at there.
I'm enjoying these kinds of games, though. Like I said, Xenoblade was a heavy experience. Now I'm playing this on Friday. I'll talk about tower defense game I'm playing on Xbox, which I was up until 2 a.m. last night playing. I think it's called Mechs vs. Kaiju or something like that. Like, yeah, I'll go on about that on Friday. So, but I'm liking these like kind of smaller things. There's a Chessorama game I was playing. Like, it's just tiny little like indie games.
You need like this. I think this is why I play so many different games all at the same time, because some of them are just simple. like this. Or
Yeah.
another game that I beat this past weekend or Friday was Metamorphosis. I've been going through that
Hey.
game for a while. I finally beat it. I did not, you can have apparently several endings, and I got an ending I did not like. It was not ideal. But will I go back and play it again to get a better ending? I don't know. I think I need a walkthrough to get the better ending because you have to make certain choices to get a better one. And some point along the way, I just made the wrong choice. I don't know what the choice was. I thought I did the exact same thing as what they did because at certain points I did look up walkthroughs because it is get a little dense
Yeah.
at certain points because it doesn't really tell you. It's just like, oh, here is where you need to end up, but how to get there, it's impossible to know, and Goog doesn't really do much for you in that moment. So
Oh, the Greek.
so I did beat it. I did roll credits, but it was not an ideal ending. I didn't turn back into a human. I stayed a bug. I fluffed up somewhere. So I don't know. But it was fun. It was fun, but
I'll never remember
Weird.
what kind of game this is. In 6 months when I eventually play it, I'll be like, hey, this is a game I discovered that nobody's ever talked about before. Don't know anything about it.
they all talk like bugs, and like eventually you just go numb to how the bug talk sounds, and it doesn't sound creepy anymore. And I'll be like, yeah, Sean, I told you that.
Yeah. Ryan used to do it all the time. He's like, I would say to him, like, I'm playing this game and it's so weird. He's like, yeah, I told, and he would just like flat out just say, like, I told you this when we did the Xbox Drive together.
At least Seth will be like, oh, okay. And then
yes,
like on the
he's so
post show, he's like,
nice.
I freaking told you.
Oh, so
But
good.
I beat Metamorphosis. I played Match Village. And then
Nice.
the other game I beat was Princess Peach
Peach.
Showtime.
The Peje.
The Peach. That Peach game. Ugh. The beauty that is a BOWSAH and I focused on a game during stream. Look at my face. I am too
You are
focused.
dialed in.
Zone. Yep.
Oh my gosh. I'm sure. We streamed for what, BOWSAH? 4.5 hours
Yeah,
of the
something
game.
like that.
Longest stream I've done. Probably in a long time since my birthday. But BOWSAH and I streamed Princess Peach Showtime over on the twitch.tv/Carpool Gaming Live this past Friday on March 22nd. BOWSAH and I, we did senior skip day and we stayed home from work.
Senior skip day, what?
Yep. We stayed home from work. We used our vacation, you know, we were responsible adults. But we
Yes.
stayed home. I acquired the game physically that morning. And then the crack of dawn, 11 a.m. Central, 12 p.m.
Physically
Eastern
that
morning, 9 a.m. Pacific. We started the stream. It was fun.
Good times.
What do you
were had.
what do you do? What do you do? What even is this game?
So
Like I saw you guys play Sancho after work playing, you're just like decorating a cake. You're just like bopping ice cream all over or icing all over the place at one point. Like what is happening in this game?
So there are, how many Peach sodas are there, or Peach sodas? I cannot think of how many off the top of my head. BOWSAH, do you know? There's several of them. Peach
it's 10.
personas. Is it 10?
Yep.
Okay. So there's 10 versions of Peach. She's basically like Barbie. That's how I feel like is the best way to describe it. She does it all. And each, I guess, version of her has like a play of sorts. So there's different things you do. So for the Patissier Peach, which is what we're watching now,
Whoa.
this was like the very first level. You're gathering up crops, you're designing cakes, but like it's not as easy as it seems. Like, as BOWSAH can tell herself, we didn't get all the stars 100% of the time, and I still haven't. I've beaten the game, but I have yet to 100% anything. But each one has a different one. I picked, I went off of vibes. Like, we each had a Peach Sona for the stream. Like, that's what those icons are. BOWSAH picked Cowgirl Peach, and I picked Dashing Thief. Cowgirl Peach, I think I 100%ed all but one of the levels for that one. Dashing Thief Peach is a whole nother level that broke my brain, but BOWSAH was better at it. So I picked without even knowing, like a difficult one for me to 100%, which is very frustrating because I don't know, I love 100%ing stuff. So just not being able to quite do that was I love 100%ing stuff. But I don't know. It was just it was fun. There was a lot of difficult levels, and I will say there was a lot more to it than what I thought there was going to be. Like I was kind of expecting to be, you know, fun, cute, like semi-difficult, but not really. And then once you beat the game, that's it type of thing. But there's even more to do like after you beat the game without like really going into what it is. Like there's still more that I can do and probably will do. Unlike a lot of games, I'll beat it and then I'll just leave it alone. Whereas this one, there's more to do. BOWSAH, what do you think?
Yeah. I can't see in the chat ask, can you play them in any order? Within limitations. So each floor has 4 different stages, and you have to beat those 4 stages before you can go to the next floor. So you don't have to 100% them, you just have to get to the end.
Yeah, and I realized after BOWSAH beat it before I did that it's probably best to just wait until you beat the game and then go back, because you're going to want to go back on all the levels anyways, because there's more.
There's something new to do in all of the levels after you roll credits. So, you know, I mean, if you're really into it and you're trying to get 100%, and like I know myself, it's when I know what to do, I could just go do it. So some of the levels I would replay right away, just thinking, okay, I know exactly where that thing was. I'm going to go back and do it now before I forget. But in general, yeah, I wouldn't worry about getting 100% until after you roll credits. But it's nice to see that there is something else to do.
Yeah. Yeah.
I did the first 4 stages with the extra stuff since I rolled credits, and it's not hard, but you have to do the thing and finish the level. And I don't know what, if any, prize there will be at the end of this.
Good feelings.
Speaking of achievements, like I don't
feelings. Know. Yeah.
It looks like a bunch of like mini games almost. Like I don't this is going to be like the simplest game that just completely baffles me. Like I don't understand what's happening in this game. Well, like it's just these different scenarios, and you're like, this is almost like looks like Overcooked situation here, like the baking of the cupcakes. Is that what this is? You're just trying to do this as quickly as possible?
You're mashing, what is it, B? But you have to stop at a certain point or the cake explodes, and you only have so much time, Sean. So you have to get it right, like every time almost.
Kind of like a Mario Party kind of thing.
Yeah.
Similar.
How was it playing with each other? Like you guys were watching on stream here, like you're playing at the same time, 2 screens. Like, are you racing each other? Like, how was that? Was it a mess?
We didn't try to race because for one, BOWSAH is faster than I. Especially when it comes to the boss battles. So like BOWSAH said, like each floor has 4 doors and then there's one big boss. But it was interesting, like especially during the boss battle, like BOWSAH would get through, and like I would like watch some of her as I'm struggling with mine, and I'm like, because I know it's going to take me twice as long to finish it, and so I'm like, okay, now I know what I need to do. So I didn't have that little help when I was playing on my own, but I was cheating. I told her I'm screen watching you and cheating right now.
To turn her screen off on the stream so I couldn't see what she was doing.
Get the cardboard.
That's what happens when you put her in charge. I think it's a really neat game because it is an interesting collection of different personas you take on, right? You're in this level, you're baking cakes and making cookies and decorating and doing that stuff. There's not much in the way of like enemies, but then you turn into a sword fighter and you are just attacking enemies. Like that's your primary focus. And sometimes you're playing stealth, and like it's just kind of like a mashup of everything.
Yeah, and I think you can go back and watch, obviously, this stream still. We got through 2 floors, essentially. So 8 doors, 2 bosses before we called it for the day. This was that Dashing Peach one that I just... my
Yeah.
brain was not big enough that day and I just couldn't figure it out. I was like, what
I'd
do
be
I
lost.
do? I was literally talking to BOWSAH like, I don't know where I'm going.
That was me
was a
playing
struggle.
Tears of the Kingdom with Seth. I'm like, I don't understand. I'm supposed to move this shape thing through the wall, and Seth's like, I got it. I'm done. Beat the game. Finished. See, we're the same, Lockleth. We're more similar than you ever want to admit.
I know, it's frustrating. But a lot, regardless of what level or what door you're going through, a lot of it has to do with timing. Like hitting a certain button at a specific time or a specific moment. Each one has a different reason or a different skill that Peach has, but it all has to do with timing and such. So yeah, it does get a little rage inducing, I think more so with the Dashing Peach. So I am curious to see what Amanda's take is on it. I already messaged her and was like, I just want to see you play, or I want to hear your thoughts.
Yeah.
Coming from somebody who raged Yoshi. I don't think that will ever be
Yoshi.
something she lives down. Because that was literally my first thought as
Of
we were
all
going
the
through.
games, man.
I know.
Yeah, it's amazing
know.
she can do anything. It's
She
Yoshi. I don't
She finished
understand
Sea of
it.
Stars. She's close to
I know!
Xenoblade finishing.
finished-
Like it's
Tears of the Kingdom.
yep.
I can't finish
on
Tears of
Like
the
a
Kingdom.
quarter of a heart.
Yeah, like a quarter of a heart she
Like,
finished.
what in the world? Yeah. Weird.
Yeah.
I don't know. It may break her, but it might. I think some levels will give her some. She'll have some relief, like I did. Like some
Yeah.
of them were easier than others. Like Patissier Peach, I got used to it a little quicker than like BOWSAH even. So like there's like peaks and valleys, just depending on which Peach Sona was easier for you to work through. So
Well, I can see it. It doesn't seem like a game where you keep like building off of like a base of mechanics and then they build into another sort of like same way of playing. Like each of these scenarios they seem are totally different. Like
Yeah.
they look like the
I think-
perspectives are different. Like this looks like you're platforming at this point. And before you had an Overcooked. You're making cupcakes. So
Yep.
you're not really like getting good. And as soon as you do, you're moving on to something different.
Yeah, and that's just it. Because the floors, there's only 4 doors and there's 10 different Peaches you can be. Like, you have to take a break from them. Like, when you beat floor 1 and you go to floor 2, and then none of the things are the same. So you can't just stay in, I'm going to be Dashing Thief Peach for all the levels and be done with it, right? You have to take breaks and switch up.
Try something new.
Yep.
yeah,
But
I think
you're right.
it
I think that's why
helped.
it stays a little bit easier, is because you're not continuously building and building and building. It is,
Yeah.
this Peach has this ability. Go have fun.
Nice.
this level that BOWSAH's going through right now, my brain broke. I was like, BOWSAH, I give up. Like, what do I do here?
You're my walkthrough right now. I need a
Literally.
guide.
Literally, because she's already ahead. She's like reaching the end almost. Yeah. She got all
That
the
is it.
jewels
You
back.
did it.
And like, I'm not even there yet. Like, I'm about to be there. And I'm like, I have no idea what to do here. Like, I'm not even doing the controls correct. But it was fun to stream with BOWSAH, of course. Did it all within OBS, which was the first for me.
It looks awesome. You guys did a great job.
It did turn out really well. Like, obviously, I reached out to the Brain Trust, aka Seth, Seth, Ryan, and Sean, in regards to like how do we go about doing this and making it look nice for viewers. And they, even though it was a pain to set it up, BOWSAH and I did it the weekend before. We just got on a call, a Discord call essentially, and just got together and set up the scenes ahead of time. And yeah, I think if we would have done, especially at that time when we were just using Melon, it wouldn't look as crisp
Yeah.
as it
Yeah,
did.
you can't tell that like how this was put together. It's just that's the way it should look. I can't tell which one is being like broadcast from a Discord call versus just like, local game capture, which is incredible. And this is something that like we've done every once in a while when a game launches. It was Spider Wonder, I think maybe the last time that we had done this. when Spider-Man 2 launched the same day as Mario Wonder. We sort of like celebrated the whole day, and we did it with Tears of the Kingdom as well. And we should maybe look to the future, the calendar of releases, because I think this is awesome. Like just making a day of it, and it's it's Princess Peach hasn't had a game since the DS, so that was exciting. BOWSAH, you had your crown. You were a princess.
This is why my neck is broken.
Oh no! Oh, that's too bad.
Not easy to be royalty, I'll tell you that.
That crown gets heavy.
No heavies. Yep. I love that this was a thing, and not to like too quickly move on to like whatever's next, but it's like I love that we have the opportunity to do this, and just kind of get a little excitement over the latest game. Does it feel like you've already moved on, or like are you still kind of going with it, BOWSAH? Like you. I'm actually surprised because it sounds like you were ahead the whole time, and then Lockleth, you seem like you took that personally. So BOWSAH, you got some catching up to do, I guess.
Well, we ended the stream at pretty much the same place. Maybe 1 or 2 stars one way or another that, one of us missed in the stage. But I did roll credits on it. I was just playing it before we started the show.
Oh, nice.
Just going back to a couple levels. Like I said, I finished up the first floor, getting the new things, the post-credits things you could find in those. And next time I fire it up, I'll move to the second floor and get any sparkles I missed and do the extra stuff.
That's the thing I'm not looking forward to, is having to go back and get the stars I missed, or even some of the ribbons, because like you find a ribbon on every level. One will either be an additional costume for Peach, so like you can change like her main outfit that she has in the like showroom. You can change the color, like there's certain ones that have different colors, and then the design as well. Or you unlock one for Stella, the little star. So there's some of those that I'm even missing in the levels. So I'm just
the second Patissier, I don't know if I'm going to be able to get them all.
Oh, really?
Like, I don't even know what I did wrong. I don't know. It's not good. It's going to be hard.
Oh man, I'm just not looking forward to it. The other extra bits, like I'm gonna have to go through all the levels anyways. And now that everything's unlocked, I might do the route of going by each Peach Sona, because I'm gonna be in the groove of certain ones. But as you're playing the game, like BOWSAH mentioned, like you only can play through the 4 doors that you've previously played, or the ones on the floor that you're currently on, because you can't go to the next floor until you've beaten all of the doors and boss on the floor that you're currently on. So they do force you to kind of go out of order with the different costumes and different, basically what play you're putting on. There's 4 different ones on every floor, so it's interesting. And then there's a basement as well with additional stuff you have to do. So there's a lot of content for this game.
Well, and it looks like it's almost entirely like it looks very unique. I guess like with a lot of, especially with like Mario Wonder and Odyssey as well, there's a lot of like throwbacks to previous Mario games, but it seems like they're kind of going out of their way. If I'm I mean, I didn't play it at all, so I'm just looking at the few moments on the stream here, but it doesn't look like a whole lot of like callbacks to other games. Like this is Peach's own game, and so maybe that's like, is that what you guys got from this through your playthrough?
I felt like it was specifically made for her, and I thought it was, well, for one, she deserved to have another game for just her. It didn't seem like a Mario Bros, oh, we're males with mustaches type of thing. It seemed like truly
That's how Mario sounds.
Yep. Oh, look
Here
at me.
I am.
I'm going to fix
again
it.
for another adventure.
I know. Just, plumbing and pizza.
Plumbing's a game.
It felt truly a game like her, and I kept thinking, I couldn't get out of my head, but I kept thinking of Barbie throughout the whole thing. Like, she is just got all these skills, because of course she does. It's Peach. She does whatever she wants to do. And even as it relates to like the merch that Nintendo has put out for her in this game, like there's like a little tag like on the shirt that says, instead of she's in another castle, like she's on another adventure instead. Like they reframed that statement that they've said in the past in regards to Peach. Like she's not just in another castle, like she's off doing other adventures like without you. So sorry, not sorry.
Sorry, not sorry.
And I really want one of those merch items. So I'm excited. But I'm sure they're expensive. I just haven't looked at them that closely.
You don't want to know.
I don't want to know, but
really?
they look so cool. They look so cool.
Maybe a post show
Yeah.
endeavor.
But I think it was a game she truly deserved, and I had way more fun with it than I always set my expectations really low going into any game. And so I was expecting it just to be a simple, fun experience. But it's also rare for me to finish a game as quickly as I did. Like, I don't feel the need to like power through something. I usually abandon it eventually and I'll go back to it later. But this one, like, I really wanted to finish it. And it's not because because BOWSAH finished it. It's just because I wanted to actually finish the game. Like, I had that much fun with it, which is rare for me. So.
Let me see where I am in the. I think I put a hold at the local library.
Ooh.
Maybe we'll
library thing.
I mean, the obvious thing is, grab a game for my daughter to play. I feel like that almost feels like too cliche to even say. Like, she's playing. I have their 2DSs modded, so I can just install games onto their 2DSs. Like, you can just take like the cartridges that we own and just put them on there, so they don't have to flip out the cartridges. So, she saw that Lincoln was playing Mario 64 DS, which is very strange. It's not exactly Mario 64, but like you're playing as Yoshi at one point, or Yoshi and Wario. And so like her gaming tastes have been really interesting to see. Like, she kind of plays it all. But it'd be interesting to see like what she would do with a game like this one. Yeah.
It was fun, and it's not
a
easy.
Lot of content. It's like 30 levels to play through.
This Peche Showtime. Yeah.
And like so a lot of the footage you saw there, Peach is just in her dress, because at the beginning of the first level for each Peach Sona, you have to get to the point where you get the outfit and the powers, right?
Is that really what it's called? A Peach Sona?
I don't know if that's really what it's called. That's just what Seth has been calling it, and I was like, that is brilliant.
Oh, yeah. That's how I feel about it also.
Because you definitely listen to Seth.
But we did have a couple questions as it relates to the Peche game. One being from Yawn32. With Seth not there to answer this correctly, give me your best Theet lore. Where did they come from? Who are they? How will they shape the Mario universe? I know Seth has already responded saying, I have thoughts. I don't care about his 6-minute thought. Whatever he has to say. But
just don't want actual lore.
No, I don't care about the actualities of it. No, do not care. Theet picks only. Okay, if you know, you know. Theets are the little yellow guys that are in all of the different plays. Like, they might have different costumes. But as you were showing it, Sean, that's what those little guys are called. They're called Theets.
They look like the individual parts or segments of like a Wiggler.
Yeah.
Ooh, yeah.
I didn't think about that, but yeah.
Oh, that's the lore.
Is that the lore?
All right, I got a little bit more.
What you got?
More lore.
What Theets, like where that came from, that name? It's an abbreviation for the feets. It's because they
like
smell
Halloween,
like feet.
like Halloween's Eve or whatever. Like, where's the apostrophe in there?
The feet.
Yeah, just
they stink
combine
like
them.
feet. And that goes, I think a Wiggler would smell like feet. So
I was about to say, so combining the two, then they're probably like stinky, like Wiggler parts. Ew.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Yep.
Now I kind of
That's
wish
it.
I hadn't helped
That's
them.
the
Maybe I should
lore.
quit the game.
I feel like that's correct. I don't think that's just
We
made
don't-
up. I think that's
we
just
don't need
actual.
Oh.
You don't need Seth. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, like I don't like they came from an island, I guess. And they
Cwagmire in the chat says I thought it was short for theater.
Oh, get out of here with
Nothing
that
to do with
logic.
theater.
I don't like that.
Lock
I
it
like
need that.
No, I like Theet as in feet, meaning that they had a Theet only page. To
I'm so
get off
glad you
the
guys
island.
know what this
Only
was, because I
feet.
saw the question come in. I was like, "Is that a typo? Like, what are you even asking right now?" So
It is underlined, yes. No, they're called Theets. And to get off their little Wiggler Theet island that stinks of socks and grossness,
Sounds like a
they had
search
to have
engine
a-
that's trying to go up against Goog. You got Theet,
Yeah.
you got Goog, you got Jeeves, Bing.
Don't ask
Don't use Bing.
Jeeves.
It's right up in there.
You know what, Sean? I thought about this earlier, not to like derail us here from the question.
Oh yeah.
You know how YouTube will tell you, like you can go into the little, feeds of, if you have the back end YouTube, if you create content, you can like see like how people find your
Oh, yeah.
stuff.
Yeah.
And like you can see external content, like they searched a different engine. There's always one that's Bing, and I'm like, I
Yep.
bet that's Sean.
That's me.
I bet he's the only one.
I know exactly where I want to go, but instead of typing in youtube.com/Lockleth, I go to bing.com first. Then I go into the search bar. Then I type in Lockleth and find my way there. That's me.
I thought about that the other day. Like I saw that and I was like, that's literally just Sean, because it's like
Gotta get them.
1% or like half a
I don't think I
percent or
use
something.
Bing anymore. I don't think I gave up on trying to rack up Microsoft points. It just didn't seem like it was worth the
Well,
time.
you
I
can't
just-
use
I
it
got
for, like,
one too
actual
many bad
legitimate
results.
things.
Yeah,
Yeah, you
well,
can't use it.
exactly.
You got to bring up a page that has like clickable searches. So
Yes.
if you bring up like a music artist and then it has all of their albums and each one you click on, then you get your points.
Yeah.
That's how you do it. You don't actually use it for searching.
Definitely not. No.
And I guess by doing that, I'm feeding the algorithm bad information, so it'll never get better. But
Can't go to Bing. I got to go to Goog.
yeah, go to the
'Cause it
Google
just sounds
and
better.
find answers.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure.
I hope that answers your question, Yon 32, of where the beats come from. And then Laura's question is, if Princess Peach Showtime gets a sequel, what new characters would you want to play as Peach?
Space Marine Peach.
I mean, that's kind of, what was it? What was her name? Was it Super Peach? Peach?
Mighty Peach.
Mighty Peach. Yeah.
I'm thinking of like Wreck-It Ralph.
Okay.
Like the one the girl that Fix-It Felix marries.
Oh, the
Badass
blonde?
who's voiced by the girl from the TV show where they're singing and they're in the club, the Glee Club, the Glee TV show.
In the
That's
club.
her.
I was thinking
Yeah.
like they're in the club.
In the club.
Yeah.
Getting tipsy or something. I don't know. I was like, what? Club?
Metroid Peach, Riley King in the chat. Yep.
Nice. I'm thinking maybe like Engineer Peach. Maybe we could build stuff.
Hmm.
Maybe a crossover with Lego.
You could be all sorts of engineers. Chemical engineer, electrical engineer, civil engineer, mechanical engineer. What else we got there?
Nanotech.
What's Garrett? I think Garrett's an engineer.
He's just a doctor. He does surgery.
Oh, doctor, of course. Is there Dr. Peach?
There could be.
Brain
like Dr.
surgeon
Mario.
Peach. Mm-hmm. No, but even
Should
better.
definitely do
Like
brain surgery.
Yeah.
Mario's just like a GP. Like he's
Oh,
he's just a
Yeah.
family doctor. You know,
Yeah.
nothing special about it. He's not
He
even
can't
like
tell you. He can't tell you what that blue pill is. He just knows it's there.
Damn. Why the blue pill?
I don't know.
Not the blue pill for Mario. He's already got mushrooms. Come on.
Mario's
now.
just playing dress up. Like Peach actually has powers.
Yeah.
Wait, Mario's just playing dress up?
Yeah.
I mean, but this is the thing. Like Mario does have a lot of good kind of like looks and personas, and yeah, like to this point, you don't want just like Mario Maker Peach kind of thing.
Yeah.
Like, you want something that's
Well,
totally
different stuff.
different. Yeah. Space Marine Peach. Texas Chainsaw Massacre Peach.
I want to see like a. I know they had the mermaid version, which was kind of musical. I want to see.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's Xenobabe or if it's the flute guy, but I want to see a flute Peach.
No way.
Loot guy. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
A flute Peach.
All right, I'm down for that.
I like it.
Yeah.
Hair band Peach. Hair metal band Peach.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Just all
Luchador
different-
Peach. Riley King in the chat. Yes.
Yep. You win.
Luchador Peach. How did we skipped it? That was the obvious one. That's the one. Luchador Peach.
Some type of wrestling has to be
Yes.
there, and some
Yeah.
frame. Bayonetta Peach. Okay, there's so many answers to this. Too many.
Peach Amiibo. is
Well,
what
we
need.
can
Also-
definitely do a sequel.
True. Like, I don't know what the sequel would be though. Like we've saved
Showtime 2.
the day.
Yeah, it's just
Put
do
a
it
2
again.
on it.
I mean, Mario's been doing it again for how many decades?
That's true. That's true.
Encore.
There doesn't need to be an actual reason. Just the same thing happens.
I feel like she would save like creatures. Like we need different versions of Theets, like other types of critters like Theets. Maybe play on the word ear or eye next time. I don't know.
I feel like not having a sequel is like the most Peach thing that she could possibly do.
I was
And
thinking that too. Like she
Mario,
wouldn't do
like
it again.
guys, yeah, like you don't need to go back and do it again.
No,
Like
she's done it
we
before.
never finish. We're just like, oh man, I haven't wrapped this up, and Peach's like, I got it first try. It's all done. We're finished. What do we need to go back for? It's done.
Yeah, exactly. Mhm.
I took care of it. So no sequel needed.
That's true. Like I thought the same. I was like, I don't know if she'll go back. She's done it before. She does.
You did it right the first time.
Yeah, yeah.
That's true.
She didn't have to fake it. She did it. She finished.
That deal next year.
We have other questions that aren't Peach related that we'll get into. I'm gonna go with CrocoKyle's question because it's less long to read. Sorry, Quaggy. If the president of Nintendo, Mr. Nintendo himself, if you will, gave you, I cannot read. What is that word, Sean? Carte blanche?
Oh, and you almost had it. Carte blanche.
Oh,
Like
there
a
you
blank
go.
check. Like
Oh.
you just do whatever you want.
Thank you. I had no idea what that meant. To change any one thing at Nintendo, what would it be? Bump up a release date, create a new sequel or spin-off, Waluigi of the Kingdom. As always, appreciate everything y'all do. What you do matters. Heart emoji. Thank you, CrocoKyle. Appreciate you.
Thank you, CrocoKyle.
Yeah,
Almost like a little if we ran Nintendo segment, Lockleth.
that's true. It does sound like that. I didn't listen to a whole lot of those shows. That was before my time.
That was a long, long time ago.
I was probably not even born. I'm not sure.
We recorded on Google. Shut up.
I knew we would get to him late up there. Sean's been doing this a long time. I don't know if you heard, like 17 and a half years or something.
Yeah, that's Seth has been doing it longer than me, but yeah, we have that'd be funny to do, like, you know, some like law firms have like 150 years of collective experience, and like we could be up there here at Carpool. Over 50 years of collective podcasting experience, probably.
Oh my God, I'm going on 3 years.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
Bowser's going on 3 weeks.
37 shows, so like there's a bunch of
Bowser,
people. You can just
Bowser
add the
in your
numbers.
short term. Wait a second. We need to pause the question for CrocoKyle. This is a great question. Bowser, we were chatting, and we had a quick realization. Bowser has been on as many of the Carpool gaming shows as I have. Like, she's just like one, like RPG Cave is the only one. I've been on the PlayStation Drive, so is Bowser. I've been on the Nintendo Drive, so is
I
Bowser.
haven't been on PlayStation, but I
Oh,
have
it was
been on
flipped. I'm
RPG.
sorry. It was the other way
Yeah.
around. The other way around. Yeah, I've not been on the RPG Cave. Can't get on that show. This is where
play
Ryan
some
corrects me. He's like,
RPGs.
actually, you were on episode like 37.
Yeah,
or something.
probably.
I've been on the RPG Cave
Hey, you guys have all been on all the shows.
and the PlayStation Drive. I think the Xbox Drive, is the only one I haven't been on.
We've got to get you on.
Well, let's do it.
Talk about what?
Talk about Match Village.
Talk about Viva Pinata if it ever releases.
Talk about Bug Snacks. Wait, that's
Sure.
that's PlayStation. Okay, unpause. CrocoKyle's question. Time in.
Time in. If we could change any one thing at Nintendo, what would it be? I don't know.
Why just one? This could be
yeah.
10 things.
Well,
I want
We're only allowed
Chivos.
one, so I'm going to be a simple woman, and I'm going to say, give me Super Mario Odyssey 2. That's all I
Ooh.
want. Just do it. Make it. I dare you.
What if it happens? Like, what if it's announced tomorrow?
That'd be great. We could say I did it.
Then she wins all the predictions for the year.
Yeah. I wasn't
Without even
around
being
for
on the show.
predictions. I win them all.
Oh gosh, I don't know. I kind of subscribe a bit to wanting achievements on Nintendo.
Yeah.
Like it would be nice. Like I live off of checking boxes. Like that is just such a pleasant feeling. I mean, the casino sounds in a game is nice, but like if you're checking a box, like you've reached certain milestones, which is what Princess Peach has. Like you see,
they're there.
They're there. Just give it to me.
And they would do it in such like a cool Nintendo way. And maybe we always kind of thought maybe that's why Nintendo isn't doing it, because they wouldn't want to just like carbon copy Xbox or PlayStation. Like they'd want to put like a bit of a Nintendo spin. And I would love to see what that spin would be actually. Like there is a lot of really cool things that they did in the Wii U era that only 13 million people ever really experienced. Nobody bought a Wii U. But like you have to think back to Wii U era. I guess maybe a more popular comparison would be like the 3DS and Street Pass and things like that. Like they were doing wacky stuff all the time that made you just love being in that ecosystem. And now I guess like just the console isn't, and the games. I just wish there was like that other thing. Even though that might be distracting. I like that kind of. And they have like those missions. It's not like they're completely avoiding this altogether. Like you can fire up an NES game on NSO and you get some points, and you get Lockleth got all those Animal Crossing profile pictures. So
I need to get more platinum points so I can get more for this month before it's up.
Like they're just right there. Other thing on the list, on the wish list, I want more collectible Pro controllers, or I'll go all the way and just do what Xbox does, do the design labs, design your own Nintendo controllers or Joy-Cons. If you like, I wish that they did a limited edition Switch or Switch. I actually wish they would highlight the Switch Lite more. I feel like the last time they did like Pokemon is probably the last limited edition thing, but I would stock up on those, especially in a year where I'm not buying games. Maybe we should add to the list. Consoles, limited edition consoles are okay.
They did the Animal Crossing Switch Lights.
Yeah, and they were nice. They were
nice,
good.
but it was just a leaf on the front and a light print on the back with the colors they already had.
Yep. I want more amiibo. I want like Peach should have its own set. Like this game should have its own full set of amiibo. I really I don't know. I don't remember hearing like too much like hate on the Toys for Life. It wasn't quite like the Guitar Hero and like the plastic instruments and everything. Like we all could use some more amiibo, you know? So that's definitely one that I feel like every game could have its own set. Yeah. Instead, we have 500 Fire Emblem characters in Smash.
I don't care if they're amiibo. Like, I don't need the game interaction with them. Just
totally.
give me a bunch of collectibles.
Totally.
Get rid of that functionality. Don't lock things behind buying a plastic toy if people don't want them. But just give me things to put on these shelves.
Yes.
I do see you have the Lego Animal Crossing on your shelf.
I still have one yet left to build. I've been saving it so that you can hang out with me in Discord.
Oh, yeah. Gosh. I keep missing them all the times that you've done it. I'm like, dang it, I have things to do that must be finished.
Oh, speaking of Lego and things that were finished. Oh, BOWSAH's got a physical already.
BOWSAH has a physical. Is that the, is it Fauna's house or Isabel's house?
I think it's Fauna's house. Isabel comes for her birthday.
That is?
Well, yeah, I know the whole sets.
It says
it's
Isabel's
an indescript house.
Visit.
It's just a house. Like there's nothing
well,
like.
I've seen people build it, Sean. I've seen it being built 1,000 times because I wish I had it. I know that's Fauna's house. It's just not in the Lockleth funds right now. Any of the Lego Animal Crossing. I'm living vicariously.
Lego is not cheap, man. Lego is. That's an expensive
Surprisingly,
hobby.
these sets were not nearly as expensive as I expected.
Exactly. Yeah, some of them are like 14. They're really not too terrible. But I still I have to limit what I buy as I point at all of my Squishmallows here.
You have to skip a few Squishmallows to get the Lego sets.
Yep. I gotta keep it to one thing only sometimes, and I chose to get the Princess Peach game instead.
Fair.
Which I thought I was gonna slightly be upset by the price, but I don't regret buying it whatsoever. So
no regrets.
Nope, none. Let's see. Don Rob. The Don Rob. Yes. If you could have a superpower, but it had to be kind of useless, what would it be? A useless superpower, Sean? BOWSAH, do you have one off the cuff?
Right
to
off the
think.
top of my head, but I don't think it qualifies. I think there is some use to this. For whatever reason, the first thing that came into my stupid head is like, don't think of anything. Don't think of anything. Stay Puft Marshmallow Man. Damn it. I thought of Stay Puft Marshmallow Man. My superpower that would be useless would be to instantly, like with a snap of a finger, replace an empty toilet paper roll with a full one. Just like, boom.
Nice.
Now it's full. But that's useful. That's not useless.
Yeah.
It's very specific, but I think
Very specific.
yeah, I don't know why.
Is it because you think it's a chore, Sean?
I just think that
Do you
in
not
the case
change
where
it?
I was just looking, I'm like,
Do you leave
we're good.
leave the toilet paper, like the old one, on there, and then you get the
Absolutely
new
not.
and you leave it on the counter?
No, I'm good about this. I'm definitely
Mm.
I got this locked down. There's no doubt.
Are there other people in the house that aren't good about this? Is this where
Well,
it's going?
this is maybe where it's coming from. Maybe every once in a while you just get trapped and you're just like, oh, dang it. If only I had this superpower to snap my fingers.
It's just a tube. It's so easy to change.
It is easy to change.
I guess that would be kind of useless because it's one very specific thing.
It's just very, like what kind of, like, how do you even answer this question where it's a useless superpower?
Well, to me, like I have a anti-superpower already.
Hmm.
No matter what line I pick at like the grocery store, something
Nice.
always goes wrong. It's
Yep.
the worst line,
The long
right?
one. Yep.
So if I had a superpower, it would probably just like flip that, and I would always get the best line.
Yep.
And now I hardly go grocery shopping. My husband does most of that, so it would be nearly useless.
Bouse is like, I'm the problem. Just go without me.
Yeah, exactly. He's
Wish I
the
had a
problem.
super-
Like he gets every traffic light red.
Oh,
I
that's
picked
no
the wrong
good.
line at the store.
These are really good. These are like day-to-day kind of thing. Like a superpower to like have all the traffic lights turn green for you. You never hit a red light. Like imagine life, you never hit a red light. That'd be great.
Yeah.
Take it easy on the microphone. Just beat the ground.
I did. My nail like hit it. It's this little filter thing on the top where it gets rid of the p sound.
The puff.
I forget that it's there sometimes, and I like to use my hands when I talk.
Yes, we're
So,
hand talkers.
yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. I'm not Italian, but I get that from my mom. I told my mom that if we tied her hands behind her back, she would not be able to talk. And she says, fair play. I don't know. This isn't really useless, I guess. The first thing I thought of, because y'all are thinking of things that make your life, a little
Yeah.
bit more horrible. And mine would be, I hate stopping to eat. Like that is like food is
Same.
yummy, food is tasty. Yes, I
I'm
get
totally
it.
with you.
Just put the nutrients and pump it in my stomach and let me
Same.
move on with my day because I have things to do or other things I'd rather be doing.
Yep.
And I eat so damn slow that by the time I finish my food, it's cold. So and I'm used to that.
Yeah.
But I've been on this earth for too long is there not another way that we could do this, please? Can I have a shake? Can I have a pill that just makes me not have to eat?
Yes.
Like maybe
I
for
would
a
sign
week.
up for it. Can we research this? Can we raise some money?
I
Do we need
think
to fundraise?
It exists, but people just like food too much.
See, I
Myself
like
I think
food.
there's dozens of us. Dozens.
There is.
Like, just give me a shake and give me all the nutrients, whatever
Like if
minerals
I could just
and stuff.
eat one day of the week and it lasts me through the rest of the week, that would be better. Like one day, like Sunday be the day I eat, and then I can just get through. Well, actually, that's the weekend, so I guess Monday would be the start of the week.
Start of the week,
Eat
yes,
then,
of course.
and then get through the whole week. Yeah,
Yep.
that'd be great. Fulia, I
Yeah.
know you enjoy food, and your food pictures on Instagram are delicious and they look good. But like me, I am a woman of habit. I can eat the same sandwich, the same salad every day
Same.
for the rest of my life and be fine. And I just hate stopping to eat because if I don't eat, I get hangry. So if I
Yes.
could just not have to eat, then I won't get hangry. And look,
Yeah.
I am helping y'all out by me staying full. So you're welcome.
Use the
So Sean-
superpower number 2.
Sean, imagine if
look.
I didn't snack or eat on this show.
Man, God
Like
help us
imagine
all.
how mad I would be.
God help me, man. I should do that. It should be like part of our pre-show check. It's like, okay, you guys recording locals, everything's good. Lockleth, have you eaten recently?
I had cookies right before.
Yeah, you did have cookies, so yeah, that's why the only way we're surviving this.
Oh gosh. I don't know if that's useless though. I feel like that's helpful.
Every
for
single
me.
superpower has a use. Like,
Right.
what if I
Yeah.
knew like what time it was at all time? Like, what if I could just like look up into the sky and go like, I know what time it is. Like that's a superpower, but like that would be pretty useful. It actually sounds like damning. That'd be a terrible experience. You're just completely aware of every moment that ticks by. I don't know. Actually, no. I'm talking.
Or just look at a Roman numeral and know what
it is.
number it is. Like, I could not. Wouldn't that be
It would
fun?
help you know what the Super Bowl was. That's about it.
I challenge anybody out there to come up with a superpower that is truly useless. Because everything
Yeah.
could have a use for it. Like, what if I just like could manifest
did-
shoes on my feet?
The Don Rob did say kind of useless. Like, we're forgetting the
That's
adjective
true.
here. Like,
That's true.
kind of.
That's true. That's true. That's true.
There is a bit of use.
It's not like X-ray vision or
Yeah.
being
Yeah.
able to lift unlimited weight, right? Those are pretty useful.
I think the more hyper specific, the better. Like if
Yeah.
I could just like look at my key fob that I've ripped out of its casing and just fix this with my eyes, that'd be a good superpower. Kind of useless because like when do you ever really need to do that? But if I could just kind of like, what's wrong with you, and fix it, that'd be good.
I feel like you could make some money with that power.
I would also want the superpower of like looking at a room and it's dusted. Like all the dust is
Oh my
gone.
God,
Just like,
yes.
and you could like almost like click a button in your mind, whether it's just like you're just wiping the dust away with like a Swiffer kind of thing, or are you like wiping it with like a pledge kind of like a wipe? Like are you getting like a shine on it? Are you getting a nice protective layer, or are you just like cleaning it? But yes, dust sucks.
God,
Through
it's the
dust.
worst. It's
Eating
literally
sucks.
the worst.
Dust is the worst.
I just don't like chores, and like eating seems like a chore.
Oh,
Dust
yeah.
is a chore.
It's things you have
Dishes.
to do over and over and over and over and
Dishes.
over again.
Dishes, of
Never
course.
ending.
What are we doing?
I don't know.
These chores is what I was expecting Peach Showtime
Yes.
to be, and it was not that.
Thank
It
God.
was not a
Thank
chore.
God for that. Yeah, no.
We get enough chores in Animal Crossing. We don't need them
Weird.
in Peach too.
It's true.
Peach gets her own game, and you're washing dishes and wiping floors. Oh
Yep.
no,
Yep.
that's not good.
That would be the opposite of what needed to happen.
Pat in the chat says, tell me you're over 30 without saying you're over 30. Exactly, that's us.
Yeah.
I'm a spring chicken. What are you talking about? Yarden asks something similar to Princess Peach a little bit, but not quite. It just mentions it. A little mensch.
Little
With
mensch.
Princess Peach just releasing and the rest of Nintendo's known first-party 2024 releases being predominantly remakes and re-releases so far, my question is why should Sean and BOWSAH jump back into Stardew Valley when 1.6 releases on
Yeah.
console? Sean,
Yeah.
BOWSAH,
I'm playing on it.
are y'all
It's already
joining me?
installed on my Xbox. I'm ready to go.
I think I'm going
Sean.
PC with this. I think
You can already play it then.
I have
Sean.
it. Yeah, I'm ready to go. This game is similar to Match Village with that nice little like pop sound.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
so good. I have played a little bit of Stardew Valley. I actually don't know anything of what 1.6 means, even though I think people
Oh,
have
yeah.
talked about it on our shows. I
People are all excited about it. I'm like, oh,
It's
I'm
a big
excited.
deal,
I don't even know what it
apparently.
is.
Me, on the other hand, has not released on consoles or mobile yet. It's just on PC right now. Don't know when. There's no date. So I have just digested all of the what does 1.6 mean? Like, what are we getting? So I already know most of it
Okay.
because I just can't help it. I watch more Stardew content than I've played Stardew.
I mean, yeah. But you played a lot. That's not to say that you haven't played any.
Not a whole lot though. Like every time I've played, I've only ever gotten like halfway, almost a little bit more than halfway through spring of the first year, and spring is the very first season. And then when I abandon it and then I'm like, I'm going to play Stardew again, I start completely over again. Yes, Yarden, that is what I'm excited about. You can get multiple pets. I'm having 3 dogs. I don't care. Having all 3.
Oh, that's how I can have my dogs back
Yeah.
in Stardew.
That's what I'm
Aw.
doing. I'm going to get one that looks like my
sounds so
boxer,
nice.
one that looks like our German Shepherd we had. And then I'm going to bring Luna. So she'll be back with her brothers in Stardew.
Nice.
Yeah.
It's on PC Game Pass as well. I wonder if it's updated.
Oh,
could
yeah, I have
be
it on
playing right
Steam.
now.
Apparently, I have almost 10 hours into this game at some point.
Yeah, I don't know
Last
my
played
hours.
January 21st, 2018, according to Steam.
Oh,
A
wow.
long time ago. What the heck? Is
Yeah.
that real? 2018?
Has to be. When did it initially come out?
Oh, man. Yeah, and it was
2017?
way before that.
2016 or 2017, I think.
I feel like way before 2018. But I could absolutely be persuaded to play some Stardew. Especially, I feel like I'm in kind of like no man's land right now, playing Match Village, and I'll be done with Disney Illusion Island at any moment. But like Cyberpunk is right there, Baldur's Gate 3 is right there, Super Mario RPG right there. Like it's on. These are games that are on the list. But Stardew, feel like I need a Sherpa, number one. But there's like so many different. I could just play that game. Like that's like a desert island game, like a deserted island. Just play that forever. Like
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, I know some people that have, like, they're in year 8
yeah,
of their Stardew save. And, like, Skinny Matt, that's, like, his favorite game. So you have a
Yeah.
Sherpa.
yeah. It's one of those like I guess it would just be like giving up on everything else. Is kind of more than I need help with it. Is just like being okay. Like it seems like there's something very alluring to it because I don't want to have to think about like what game am I going to play next. Like just play this for the next 4 years. Like there's always been something like with you guys, with everybody's all in on Animal Crossing and all these kind of games. Like there's something nice about that. Like just go like kind of fall head over heels for a game is kind of how I read it. You're just like you don't need anything else. This is the one, the one for you. There's something very nice about it.
Yeah.
Almost
I think,
cozy. You can almost use the word cozy, I feel like.
yeah, I would say so. I think, like, there's few games that I can think of off the top of my head that has a following of just people that have just played it since it's released and haven't stopped. Animal Crossing New Horizons being one. Stardew is a big one. Fortnite, I would even include that as one. And then like Minecraft, like there's these games that people just stick with them. Like they know the ins and outs.
Yes.
And it's just their comfort game. Like I want to get back into Minecraft. Like I was watching somebody's first 100 days in Minecraft video. It's like a 2-hour video that I'm working through, and I'm like, man, I want to play Minecraft again. Man. Like the vibes of that even is very similar in its own way. So,
all right, 2024 carpool gaming. We're just giving up on all other games. We're just picking our one lane. That's it. What we're gonna do? Probably not. But I would like to play Stardew Valley. And it's weird how like it's basically just like a patch. It's like this update that I guess has it, at the forefront of all of our minds. Like it's been around this whole time. It's perfectly playable. It's not like we're waiting for maps to be added or anything like that. Like that other game that Bethesda made, Starfield. But like, yeah,
I was
it's
really
like,
like what game are you talking about?
I'm like, what the heck was it even
Star
called,
game.
man? I don't know. This is where Seth and everybody else can like not take it so personally when I don't remember things. It's like I remember that game that I hyped up for months and bought the controller and got a wrapper on my Xbox. I don't even know what that thing is called.
It
Must be
just
all
needs
this Diet
maps.
Pepsi.
It needs maps, and then you'll be. It needs maps in that game versus Hotkey where you didn't use a map. It doesn't make sense to me, but that's just how Sean's brain
That was
works.
great. That was great. Yes.
That's the majority of the questions. Quacky's question is, I haven't even read this all the way through, so I don't know if I fully understand it. But
This is the one that's been making the rounds on the
Is
PlayStation
it?
Drive and the Xbox Drive. So we are going to pin this for next week
Okay.
because BOWSAH and I just answered it on the Xbox Drive. We don't
Okay.
have Seth and Amanda to mix things up here. So
That's fair. That's fair.
But I like
we'll
it.
save it. We'll
I
save
like
it.
this question. But
I'm going to highlight it so I don't forget.
yeah, don't delete it.
I know. I deleted all the other questions we didn't cover last week, and I was like, crap, maybe I should have deleted all
They're
of them.
gone.
Yeah, they're gone forever. If your
forever.
question wasn't asked last week, because we did have a lot of questions last week, I will say, just ask them again. We're not going to remember anyways, so you can ask us
you
literally
can
the
rotate
same
them
question.
every 2 weeks.
Sean
Seth will be
and
the one
I,
who'll be like, we've answered this 37 times.
I totally
at
wouldn't.
at least half the hosts, aka Sean and myself, will not remember, and we will answer it like it's a fresh new question. Okay,
Totally. Mm-hmm.
completely. Oh my god. Well, BOWSAH, I know you showed off your physical. I'm gonna show off mine real quick. Nothing special, just the Princess Peach Showtime box that I got on the day of its release. We went to Walmart for it because it opened before GameStop opened, so that's why I went there first. And they were putting them on the shelves as I was going to the entertainment section. So I was like, before you put those up, can I just have one? And they're like, yeah, sure, here you go. And I had to check out back there because you can't check out any electronics in the front of the store. You got to do it right back there. So I bought a pink hoodie and this for the Peje day of stream. It was fun.
Oh, nice. Oh, nice.
Trying to think of all the things that Seth talks through. Oh, yes. The final thing before we go into where can we find you on the internet? We like to thank our lovely supporters at patreon.com/carpoolgaming. Our ultimate producers are Tony Baker at youtube.com/quest4 Jonathan Brown at linktree/pme.jib, Lee Navarro at thephoenixoverdrive.com, Cwagmire, aka Cwaggy, who reminds you that the best babes are Xenobabes. Our platinum producers that we now have, thank you so much again, Robby, Bobby Miller, and Smokin Joe. Is that what we're saying?
Okay.
Joe, Yo?
Please reach out. We do soft J's around here, but might not fly with everybody.
Yeah. Let us know if you want to go by Yo or Joe. You know, we'll say whichever.
Just like yo after work.
Exactly. Except with an E for this Yo. Gold members: Adam K, Anna, Awesome Dave, 1337, BobLoblaw. I love saying BobLoblaw because it's so hard for me to say. Brad Moore, Brian Reese, Cecily Carrozza, CrocoKyle, Dan and Luma, Dannohh, Emily O'Kelly, Jan, 32, Marcus O'Neill, Peje EP, and Tim Aulph.
Oh.
I wanted to say it that way. We always appreciate y'all's support. And for those like Toxic who are taking advantage of our free week trial of listening to all of our content, which I still don't think is possible, but you can try, where we'll have the post show. We'll have Pants Patreon Podcast for Patrons podcast. We'll have Sean's long title of a show that ends with For Patrons Podcast or whatever.
I regret it already, honestly.
I cannot tell you the name, but Sean, where can people find you on the internet, my friend?
Find me on not the dark side of the internet, but the light side of the internet. On X as Sean Capri. Sean like Connery, Capri like the pants. And the Xbox Drive. I do the Xbox Drive with BOWSAH every Friday here at youtube.com/carpoolgaming. And I'm hoping to maybe even stream a game or two in the next little while here. So I'll leave it at that. I'm not forgetting my Switch ID. I just feel like that's me and Seth. I'm gonna do it out of respect to Seth not being here. I'm not doing my Switch ID. Just if that makes any sense at all.
He doesn't have it pulled up, y'all. That's the only reason. BOWSAH.
Okay, it's pinned. Don't do that. Don't make me go back on my respect for Seth not being here. Thinking about you, buddy. Also, Amanda not being here.
Oh yeah, Amanda.
Forgot about her.
Oh yeah.
I did not. It just seems like it's a
man.
Seth and me thing.
Oh my gosh, BOWSAH. Where can people find you on the internet?
People can find me at BOWSAH13 on X. On the Xbox Drive, Friday night, 9 Eastern, right here on YouTube. And Saturday, we have a Sidetrackers meeting in the Discord. So if you want to come hang out with some cool people, we don't have a specific game we're talking about. This is just a chat session. That'll be noon Eastern in Discord.
And y'all can find me on lockleth.card.co. That's card with 2 R's. But thank y'all. Thank y'all for hanging out with us for today's episode of the Nintendo Drive. But bump that like button if you haven't already. I'm trying to do it all in one breath and I can't. And feel this carpool in the comments below with your favorite Peje Sona if you have one. There's 10 of them to choose from. Let us know. And then always join us in Discord. I try to mention this at the end of every show if I can, but that's where all the questions come from. That's where the community happens. That's where all the discussions happen. We just talk to everybody over there. So if you want to chat with us, join the Carpool Discord. We're very welcoming. We always say hi or
We do.
wave when new
Good
people
morning.
come in.
We-
yeah,
yeah.
good morning.
Yeah, we'll wave you in. Like, you're in the right place.
Morning where you live, we're going to tell you good morning.
I know. I do honestly feel bad about that a little bit. It's like, good morning. It's like, Fulia's like, it's tomorrow. Like, what are you talking about? Sorry, Fulia, and everybody else.
If you don't say it in a very specific time frame, we may have forgotten it by that point. But join us on Discord. We're very lovely over there. More lovely than I am on the show. So yeah, come join. But that's
Super
I don't
fun.
know how to end
Is
these.
that the end of the show?
Yeah, I'm just
We
gonna
did
wave.
the thing. Thank you, everybody, for watching us here. Okay, bye-bye.
Thanks so much for tuning in to this week's episode of the Nintendo Drive. Now, before you drive off, be sure to like and subscribe on YouTube and follow us at Carpool Gaming on socials. Don't forget to check out our awesome Nintendo Drive merch on carpoolgaming.com, and you can also support the show on Patreon at patreon.com/carpoolgaming, where you'll unlock all sorts of exclusive content like the Nintendo Drive post show. Links to everything are in the description. See you next week!
Beak.